We're live.
Hey,
I didn't hear anything you said. Uh, this is the Sandpit, episode 28. On the mic is myself, Tom Stoba,
hey, it's me.
Abe.
Hello, hello. I'm still here.
How you doing, Abe? You sound better than you did before. The cold getting through you?
Yeah, feeling a bit better. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for my friend who got
Oh,
sick around the same time.
oh, that's rough.
Oof.
How's work been? Not too bad?
I mean, it's work. What can I say?
Yeah, I get that. Uh, man, whenever a boss will ask me to, do you prefer to do this or that? It's really, I tell them outright, work is work. I don't want to do any of it. Just point at what you want done. Today, on the Sandpit, we're going to talk about. I really didn't want to talk about this, but I'm grasping at anything else, and my mind keeps going to it. Been kind of talking about. Recently, Obama on a podcast said that aliens are real, blah blah. He was never seen any. He's never been debriefed on any or something of that nature. And then he recently came out and clarified, it's his. He believes personally that they're real. There's no way to deny it, type of deal. You know what I mean? Um, in response to that podcast, though, Trump came out and just said, "I'm going to have the FBI declassify all aliens."
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna actually happen, Taco Trump. But it's also, of course, distraction to from the Epstein files, where God, I want to say it was a different country, like said there is video footage of Trump raping children, um,
Oh,
in in the files. Um, And then also not Prince anymore, sorry. Andrew, whatever, uh, is going before court and everything about it, as Trump should, being denounced from everything, including I think, the money, royal money that the royal family gets from the British government, um, and some few things like that. But the main thing that I want to talk about was the aliens. But we'll see how it goes. How's that sound to you guys?
uh, you know what? These are all subjects that are currently in the zeitgeist. I think it'd be good to touch on them.
Okay.
I think it's a hell of a coincidence that we're going to get all these cool UFO files just on top of the 3 billion Epstein documents and us launching a war on Iran. That's really fun. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Interesting times.
Um, yeah, apparently, like with the Epstein files, there's still 3 million more files that have not been disclosed. I mean, like, the sad thing that I think about is a lot of stuff that we've talked about on this podcast, is what is happening, or what is now happening. Um, it's is not a great feeling, predicting the failure of our country.
Well, if you have a pessimistic view, you're either going to be right or pleasantly surprised. So, hey, we're always winning in some way.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
We're good at I don't know enough about the our global our footing at all in that level to where I could say we're good at something over another country.
Oh, I know what we're good at.
Hmm.
Spending money on the military.
Man,
America's number fucking one, dude.
most of that just goes straight to Israel, anyways.
A little chunk, a little chunk.
But yeah, yeah,
But yeah, like I haven't looked at the charts in a long time, but when I last looked like 10 years ago, it was like America's military spending is more than the next 10 countries' military spending combined.
yeah.
We are literally the world police, which is why it's so scary with the Orange Man at the helm.
Oh
Because
yes.
you'd like to imagine like your world police aren't corrupt. You'd like to think they're competent and good.
Not shitting their pants, falling asleep
Yeah,
at the first board of peace thing that you yourself put together.
or just literally have just an ego and just care about that more than anything.
I think the most selling thing is the fact that they just outright renamed the department into the Department of War or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Department of
Hey, you
Peace.
know what? It's direct advertising.
Hmm.
He's not going to bullshit you. I'll give Trump that. He's a straight shooter sometimes. He's really upfront about like all the corruption and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, he might not be my favorite president, but I
The sad
I
thing
think in
is,
some ways he's like one of the more honest presidents.
it. I I disagree. I understand where you're coming from with that though. Um, I would prefer somebody to stab me in my front instead of stabbing me in the back. But the sad thing with him
Yeah.
is that he's stabbing you from the front and the back. Um, and
I
that's
think other presidents have been more competent at hiding their misdeeds
hmm I
or
agree.
secondary interests. Whereas he seems to just not give a fuck and just blitzkriegs you with so much craziness you can't even keep up.
Yeah, he has gotten away with it for 79 years. Like as long he has always gotten away with it. Um, he knows he can get away with it. He knows how to not be where he should be, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's that old P.T. Barnum quote, right? Like nobody ever went broke underestimating the taste of the American people.
I didn't know that. Is that really, or are you fucking with me?
I don't think I'm making it up, but I
Okay,
might
cool.
be, honestly. Abe, you gotta fact check this. You gotta Google me. Keep me honest.
On it,
Thanks, man.
So with the UFO, it's funny too. I mentioned this in a way earlier podcast where I said with the Epstein files, I thought that Trump was going to release the UFO uh, fully, like just so we to cover up the Epstein files.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, he's tried a lot. The JFK stuff, Amelia Earhart. Um, I mean, dude, I
well, why are we bringing Amelia Earhart into this?
everything that the government, well, whatever, everything that the government knows about the disappearance of Amelia Earhart got released. I think like last year or the year before. I want to say last year. It was last year, shortly after the Epstein files started getting a big push.
Dude, I haven't had an Amelia Earhart update in a while. What do you know?
I haven't looked it up to be honest because it.
Because you don't care about the achievements of women.
you,
wow, wow.
both of you pieces of shit. Um,
Well, I, for one, am very interested, and I will be looking it up.
good. Uh,
I'll let you know what I learned, man.
thank you. We'll talk
Hmm.
about it next podcast. I really would love to
Oh,
hear
we
about
getting a
that.
homework assignment?
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh, cool. I'll have a presentation ready and everything.
Oh man, fucking diagram. Um, so you know what? I used when I was a kid, I really was into the her disappearance. I thought it was very fascinating. I think she just something bad happened over the ocean though, and she just died that way. Is my personal thoughts. But it's an amazing story of
Yeah, I definitely heard some crazy theories, over
mhm.
the years about her like landing on an atoll and like trying to radio someone, but I think people like maybe heard a distress call. I don't even remember, but they think she might have like landed and like lived for weeks.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That would be
maybe.
rough.
Some people say like maybe she got captured, killed by natives. There's all
Yeah,
kinds of theories.
I
And
remember.
some people think she was abducted by aliens.
Yeah, I've always heard that one. Back.
There's also the Bermuda Triangle theories or whatever, right? Like
Mm,
the magnetic thing,
Oh yeah, people love
Bermuda
the
Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
oh, I love,
Yeah.
dude, I love the Bermuda Triangle so much. I mean, it's probably just methane gas being leaked, but still, I love Bermuda Triangle stuff. Um,
Dude, do you remember in like the late 80s, early 90s and all the TV shows and everything? Bermuda Triangle was actually kind of a popular one for
hmm
like plots sometimes, just as
Oh
much
yeah,
as like quicksand, you know?
yes, yeah,
Because
absolutely. That's
you
like
were, yeah,
25% of the Twilight Zone episodes.
yeah, yeah.
and something too. I'll drop that. Yeah, Bermuda Triangle was amazing. The studies that they do there is really good. Uh, the how it's basically like a graveyard. You just see planes and boats just fucking litter down there. Um, it's an amazing place.
Yeah, yeah, geomagnetic anomalies, right?
I was
Like
just
people compasses just fuck up and spin or
hmm
don't work. People get lost. They fly the wrong direction for 100 miles. They can't see any land. Uh-oh, run out of gas. Into the water you go.
I was just gonna say like that. Oh man, I think it's in. I want to say Georgia. I'm probably wrong though. This place where it's in the forest. But your height will change if you walk to certain parts of it. Your weight will change if you walk to certain parts of it. Like there's such a weird anomalies there that
Like a gravitational
yes,
anomaly?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
In some past that people say they see stuff there, hear stuff there, but they have like I've seen some of the videos where like the person is 5 foot and then they walk to the right a little bit and now they're 6 foot type of deal. Or not to that degree. I'm exaggerating, I'm sure, but pretty neat stuff.
That sounds too wild to be true. I refuse to believe it.
I'll look it up and I'll share it with you. Um, oh, man, I forgot to
So
update
I
the
know
fucking.
I know the Earth does have like variance in its like gravitational strength, but I think it's like really like super minor. I was like actually just reading like an article about like somebody like had like two satellites in parallel up in orbit measuring gravitational differences for the
Mhm.
entire fucking planet. But like it's a really small difference between regions, like fractions of a percent. So to have enough gravitational disturbance within walking distance of 2 points to change your height and weight sounds ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. I refuse to believe
I
it.
think this is it. Maybe it's this one. No, I think it's this one. Uh, I want to, Organ Vortex, I believe is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, they love a good vortex. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Politis loves those too. They got them everywhere, man.
S-
Dakotas,
So
Oregon.
what's we're getting so sidetracked with this.
We can't get sidetracked,
Yeah,
man.
it's
We
true.
control the
It's true.
direction of this
It's true.
podcast.
It's
What
true.
questions you got for me?
Man, what's your favorite style hair a woman has?
Oh, fucking no contest.
He say,
KPB, classic
can you say that
ponytail.
again? You cut out for me.
Oh, sorry. I love a classic ponytail.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing crazy. You don't need a bob or nothing. You don't got
That's
to
something
tease
for
it.
leverage.
Don't need a perm.
yeah,
I didn't say that. Abe,
it's
you're putting words in my mouth.
it's true. It's so true. Um, French braid for me.
Oh, that's, same vein. Same vein. Yeah. Very stylish. Love a good French
Yeah.
braid. And Abe, how about you, man?
You know, I I am partial to like it's not anyone in particular, but like just throw in like a shaved side in there, like
Oh
whatever
yeah.
you got, just
Yep.
shave the side, because you're in for a good time with a girl like that.
Yeah, yeah, the EDM look. That's a good one.
Mhm.
The EDM look, is that what it's called?
Electronic
I get,
dance music. It's what all the kids are listening to these days.
is it because of Skrillex or whatever?
Oh
Because I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he
yeah.
has something
Love
similar.
Skrillex.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Synthesizers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that was what that style was considered. I always thought it was supposed to be um a more or less mohawk, or if it's just cut on one side, then just that style of punk. But you know,
Yeah, I,
Yeah, you know
I
what
don't
it
know what I'm
is.
talking about at all, actually. So you might be right.
You know what it is, though. No,
hmm,
it's like general alternative, general whatever, but
yeah,
it's also it's also like this person's been through some shit, but they're still standing. You know,
yeah, I get
I, I
that.
Yeah.
like we definitely, you and I, Tom, have known women that when they were younger have definitely shaved off parts of their head,
Oh
the hair.
yes,
Like
I was just
yeah, so
I was just thinking
then
of an
yeah,
ex. Yeah,
Well, it's also functional. Like if you're gonna be on the dance floor dancing, especially on ecstasy, you're gonna be getting hot as fuck, and you need just ventilation. You need to be able to cool off.
I don't know why you gotta sexualize all this stuff.
What am I sexualizing,
Taking ecstasy, of course, that's suggesting that
brother?
isn't
You
that
don't
mostly what
have
it's
to fuck
for?
on
I don't
ecstasy.
know. I never fucking took this stuff.
Well, maybe you shouldn't knock it till you try
Have
it,
Have
dude.
you
You and I
taken it?
could get together. We could pop some
Oh
Abe. You could
man,
listen to some
I'd
music,
love,
have a couple drinks.
I'd love,
Be a great time, man.
yeah,
I'd love to have
yeah.
ecstasy with you, Abe and stuff, but both of you.
Oh yeah, the
So
three of us should get together to be a great
Dude.
time.
so let me tell you though. Let me tell you that that's a misconception about ecstasy. Like, I mean, yeah, you can, but really, it's more about feeling connected. Like you feel attached to others a lot more. It's not really so
Really?
much a sexual thing. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
it,
You can
it's
like
math you're thinking
feel
about.
more in your body
Hmm.
too. Like you feel more of a
Hmm.
connection with yourself. If you're especially like a dissociative person and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm a ghost piloting a flesh mech all around pretending to be human, you could
Hmm.
take some in and you could be like, holy shit, my soul and my spirit and my body are one. This is amazing.
Maybe I should try that because it's how I feel all the time. Is I'm a ghost blind.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I might recommend like mushrooms in low doses, like microdosing those.
Yeah.
But I know you want to be careful with that kind of stuff because that could be bad if you're even like a little bit schizophrenic and send you
Hmm.
down the wrong path. I try to be careful with that shit
Oh yeah.
myself.
Yeah, I always wanted to try mushrooms. I've always felt like I'd probably have a good experience.
I've enjoyed my time with mushrooms, although they've been very limited.
Um,
Abe's the real expert.
yeah, he is. Yep.
Oh, by the way, I fact checked that quote if you want.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's the report say?
So apparently, it was attributed to a journalist, H.L. Mencken, and the actual quote is, let's see here. It's no one in this world, so far as I know, and I have searched the records for years and employed agents to help me, has ever lost money by underestimating the intelligence of the great masses of the plain people.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
similar.
probably
It
a pretty good quote.
basically, yeah, he's probably dunking on he's basically dunking on normies back in the day.
Yeah, that's how they did it, man. That's a sick tweet.
The plain people.
Yeah, yeah. That's so fucking funny. It's just, um, God. So what would you hope to see if the FBI were to release UFO files?
I want Roswell, dude. Roswell is legit.
Yeah,
I want them to come out and admit that shit actually fucking happened.
I've seen so many different stories with that, but so many that are have a common theme of I remember this one girl. She said her dad came home in the middle of the night, and he showed her this what looked like tinfoil, but they didn't have tinfoil back then. Um, but it was better than tinfoil, and he was showing the family. He was like, "You guys can't tell anybody. I'm taking it to the base right now. This is whatever, whatever." Um, but he wanted to show them, and the next day, like they went to go take pictures of it. He was holding something very completely different. Um, because
Yeah.
she was there when the photo was taken. Um, and that was her father in the photo, I believe, if I remember correctly. Um,
Yeah, from my understanding, so many people directly involved in
mhm.
that like have come out and just before they did, this was a fucking long time ago. This was the 50s. So many people came out and said it was fucking bullshit. It really happened. It was a cover up. Like so many people directly involved. I believe it. I believe Roswell was legit. What I'd really want is just a UFO, man. I want them to bring it out, show it to everybody, floating around. That'd
Uh,
be cool.
I, what about you, Abe? We lost him.
Tom,
Well,
Lost him.
I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious. I think it's all what we all want. We all want to see Trump blowing an alien. Come on.
I don't want to see that.
I, I think you do. I think you do.
I really don't.
For me, UFO, I don't care too much about. For me, it is, I want to see the alien. I want to be able to analyze the alien some way. Um, not for
You want
anything,
like a body of an alien, or you want like a living alien?
a living alien. I just want to see how they articulate, how they move. Um, try to understand the way they exist and they're able to exist. Um, just from a kind of drawing perspective almost. Um, what's
Right.
their
You know how there's different races of aliens, you
mhm.
know? You got like tall grays and short grays and Nordics and stuff. What if they just show you a normal looking person and be like, "This is an alien"?
I mean, they could do that. They
Would you believe them? Would you be skeptical? Would people laugh at it? Would they be mocked?
yeah, I think that a lot of people would say no way unless they had some way of proving it. And the only way would
It's the same with Bigfoot, man.
hmm
You know, they're gonna bring out a hairy guy. They're gonna say, "This is Bigfoot." Look, he doesn't even talk. He just grunts. Nobody would believe it. They're just like, "That's gonna be a tall, hairy guy."
Bigfoot, man, Bigfoot. It's
I
such.
think Bigfoot's an alien.
I've always heard of that theory. Um, what makes you think that? What do you think Bigfoot's doing as an alien visiting us?
Oh man, haven't we been over this ground before?
Yeah, but
Okay,
what if
okay.
what if they disclose the UFO stuff and it's just all Bigfoot?
First of all, I was being hyperbolic. I don't necessarily believe Bigfoot is an alien, but I believe there is a chance Bigfoot is an alien because Bigfoot aliens go hand in hand. There's a
Hmm.
lot of stories connecting the two. And honestly, like if I were an advanced alien race, I wanted to do research on a planet, would I send down a fucking Mars rover with wheels and tools? Or would I send down a perfectly engineered, strong biological creature to do scientific work in a forest that's also programmed to like avoid interfering with humans at all costs? I'd choose the Bigfoot, man.
Yeah.
I'd make a Bigfoot. I'd say go do your research, collect your samples, and maintain the prime directive. Don't interfere with humans.
So is would you say Bigfoot is a more of a bio engineered being than an alien?
Whether they're bioengineered or aliens in their own right, or maybe they've been here so long you could call them terrestrial. Maybe the aliens have had Bigfoot on our planet for thousands upon thousands of years. They might have been here longer than us.
So an enslaved race, more or less.
Are they enslaved or are they just doing the purpose for which they were designed? Who can say? We'd have to talk to them.
Wow,
You
wow,
just get
that's like the strongest support for slavery I've ever heard, Stoba.
We don't know what they're paying Bigfoot, okay?
they're not paying them shit. You know that.
You don't
you,
fucking know that,
you've ha-
man.
you've had your foot in the ground before they were able to walk, more or less. They were your
Look,
enslaved
look.
race, just like how people think that we're an enslaved race to mine up that gold.
You know what, motherfucker? There's more payments than just dollars, okay?
Yeah.
We're fucking working for company script on this fucking planet,
Oh man,
working to feed our
fucking script.
families and health support. You know what Bigfoot's got? A better deal. When they die, they get to go to a cool new planet with more fun shit. They get to go to like Super Smash Brothers and Minecraft and all kinds of badass stuff.
And
You probably
Wait,
get some
what?
going to Pong or something.
well, listen.
They go to super heaven.
And they might
We
have
just
like a better heaven than us. Hell yeah. They got all kinds of cool shit.
Enslaved race still is still being enslaved.
Tom, we all be enslaved. What are
Yeah,
we doing?
that's true. You have to work to be able to live. You have to produce money to be able to not die. You can go out and live on your own in the wild if you're able to survive. But if something bad happens, you probably will have to go to get medicine if you want to cure
That's
yourself,
right. Yup.
or you die. So it's, do you want to be able to live or die? I think we were joking about that earlier with how water is more expensive than soda, and how people have to pay out the
Yup.
ass to be able to have um, the to give you breath, inhalers. To have an
Yeah, yeah,
inhaler.
totally.
It's so
Capitalism is the real evil.
money in general. Having, I say that, but really, it's the ability to feel empowered by having more than somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, like money itself isn't the problem. The problem is like love of money. Motherfuckers collecting money like it's a high score in a video game.
Yeah.
Like I don't think billionaires should really exist, man. I think once you make like $10 billion, you should have like a 99% tax rate. That shit's incredible.
I think. that I think that sooner or later billionaires were going to exist one way or another. It's just with how we function. Um, what I think though is that once they hit a certain point, they should fold a lot of that earnings back into the company, raising rates that you pay your people in your
Yeah,
company to make your positions far more valuable than some other person that isn't making that much money. Um, be giving
yeah.
you the ability to hire whoever the fuck you want because you're such a high paying job for not doing as much as what you did at some other job.
See, I agree with all that, but I don't think billionaires are inevitable, man.
No, yeah, I
Billionaires exist 100% because of our laws and tax codes, and we allow them to exist.
Well, here's the thing though, right? Because we live in a capitalist system, then the billionaire is what it ultimately is,
mhm.
the person on top, the king, right? If we lived in a monarchy or whatever, or if it would be akin to the royal class. If we lived in communism, it'd be akin to, the czar. It's not just this. It's the version of something that always exists in the system, which is
Yeah,
like the very top powerful people.
It
Money just
exists
represents.
worse now than it ever has in history. There is more wealth disparity now between the
mhm,
rich and the poor than there has ever been anywhere in human history. The poor
Yeah,
have less now than they had during the French Revolution. It's
yeah.
very fucked.
yeah, it's
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, the what we lack as the lower class or the poor, as it were, uh, uh, is health. The health disparity is the biggest thing
yes,
because there
In
used to be
America,
food,
especially,
right?
yeah.
It used to be food. Like poor people would starve. No, no, no. Now it's poor people have enough to eat. It's just all garbage, and you have like the fattest poor people ever because that's what it is now. It's quality of life and health. It's not so much the ability to survive. It's well, how well are you surviving? Like how much are you actually
mhm,
enjoying your life? The quality of your air, the quality of your food, the quality of everything. So.
yeah. I, I, I agree with that statement. I and I agree with Stoba on that billionaires shouldn't exist. It's just that I also think that they would inevitably exist at some point. If we're feeding a cow, the cow will get bigger until it's not. Or I'm sorry, a catfish would be
Yes,
better.
yes. But we would naturally chop the cow up to eat it at a certain point.
W-
These cows
So
never get butchered.
what else? What I think with that though, and I agree with you, is they're allowed to because they buy our government and all that bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Jeffrey Epstein was being offered to buy the Pentagon building and other government buildings. Um, they own our government. It is what our government is. It is what a lot of people want our government to be, sadly. Um, so I agree with you. At some point, we should eat the rich. Um, but in this country, I don't think I've ever seen anybody eat the rich. While in other countries, and when I say that, I mean after the revolution and everything, I feel like it stopped. Um, uh, kind of sidebarring a lot of stuff, but still, what we perceived as what we should do with the people in power changed to the point to where people in power don't have to be in power to do what they want to do. The billionaires, um, while in other countries, I believe they have like taken down people that were doing injustice while they or trying to hoard money. I don't fucking. I'm ranting now. I'm sorry.
Hey, someone's got to, man. It's a lot worth ranting about.
It's extremely frustrating to be real with you. Um, I I really cannot imagine myself having that much money and being like, this is all mine. I in no way would. Yeah, it's
I I think it's entirely unethical, man. Like, if you have $10 billion and someone took 9 billion of it and gave it away, your quality of life would literally change in no measurable way. You could still own multiple fucking mansions, multiple fucking fancy cars, buy whatever you want to eat, have your fucking home chef cook it, and do everything you've ever wanted to do for your whole fucking life. You could live like an absolute god king. So to have more than that while people starve to death and die of sickness is horrible.
you, you know what I don't know how to put this. I think a system that I would like to see is where basically like once you hit the amount of money needed to sustain yourself to the point to where you can live the as royalty and past that, like once you hit 1 billion, you should be given the ability to spend money like it's nothing because you're going to anyways, and that gets subtracted from what your company's making or whatever, however you have that money coming from. If you continue to make money past the 1 billion, you're allowed to basically have free reign of money because you can't. There's no way
Yeah.
you're able to actually spend that money. Now you take all that extra money that doesn't matter to you anymore, and you feed it back into the system.
I like this idea. Are you saying, like, when you become a mega billionaire, the government takes your money but gives you like a black credit
Yes,
card
yes.
that says you do whatever you want, you swipe this, and we'll pay for it?
Yeah, no, and no question. If you ever need cash, just ask for it, or just use your card at any ATM or where the fuck you would get cash for a multi-billionaire, any bank. I mean, just
I love that.
it,
I love that. And while
because
you might think like, "Oh, this is unfair," you have to realize this is going to affect like 50 people.
yes,
So, if it's a little bit unfair
Fif-
and they got to swallow their pride, rest assured it will be helping hundreds of millions of fucking people
yes,
survive.
Be- and that's what the after a certain point, like you said, it becomes a high score, and you know what? You can still keep track of that, how much money your company's producing. I mean, hell, once you actually have free range of money to the degree that you would have access to normally, um, what's what's stopping you from not doing something else with that money? Besides,
Yeah.
what's stopping you from going, okay, the government can take 20%, at the least. I mean, there is what what would stop the person from being able to fucking just it's that's my idea of what I think would work in a capitalist system. We're all trying to get to that card, to that point, and then once we're at that point, we become a society that everybody's mega
Yeah.
rich, but we're not.
I love it, man.
We're feeding all the money that we produce into the government, whatever. Um,
Yeah, you gamify it, right?
hmm
Like right now, the worldwide fucking who has the most money is a scoreboard that just goes to the top, right? It never stops rising. It's a fucking high scoreboard without an end. If you cap the scoreboard and just say, you fucking did it, $10 billion, you fucking win. Here's your black card. Buy anything you want forever in perpetuity. Then you have a cap,
yeah.
and I think that'd be great. Now, actually implementing that logistically
Oh
is
yeah.
probably a nightmare with all kinds of loopholes that could be abused, but What a fun idea. I
Oh
fucking
yeah,
love it.
yeah. I mean, of course, people, you have to have specialists look at it, whatever. But yeah, that's if I were to write a book about, a futuristic society, that's what they'd be doing is having that cap. Um,
Yeah,
it
because
just,
it's like a Brewster's Millions idea. You
hmm
remember that movie?
yes, yes, yeah,
It's
Hmm.
it's too old for most people to remember. But at a certain point, you have so much money, it literally is impossible to spend it. Like, even if you fucking tried, how would you spend $800 billion? There isn't that much to buy. What would you buy? Entire
And
countries?
an island?
You could get an island for way less.
yeah, about
Well, I mean, depending on which one.
Australia.
yeah. I was gonna say I've seen some islands for like 30,000. Uh,
Dude, we bought Alaska for like 5 cents an acre.
oh yeah, man.
No, 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 you don't get it. I'm saying an island. The actual cost is depending on what you're doing on that island.
Hey man, who knows
Dolphins
what
are not
happens on
cheap.
the island?
That's so true.
Dolphins are not.
It's so true.
Dolphins are not cheap.
After I saw those dolphins fucking going super fast in the like 2 inches of water, they're killing machines. What I
Yeah,
still,
dude, they don't need much.
yeah, I think a harpoon is the only way of getting it.
I don't know, man. Shotgun.
I think that just that I don't it or way what run a slug or what? I think a
No,
slug would
birdshot.
shot that shit. um,
You just got to get the barrel right in the blowhole.
God, man, those blowholes are I think you'd hurt it a lot.
Yeah, we looked into this.
Yeah,
You just have a really angry dolphin.
yeah, yeah. You wouldn't kill it. You'd piss it off though. Um, did you know killer whales when they hunt blue whales? You know how we were like, but blue whales are so massive. How are they killing
Yeah,
them?
they're way too big. Yeah.
They drown them.
Mm.
Fuck, man.
They thrash around to where they keep the blowhole covered and flip it over and just keep it rolling and not allowing it to get air. So they just drown it, suffocate it.
Dude, that's why do we love orcas so much if they do such evil shit?
Because they're so human-like in that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's their capacity for cruelty which makes us love them.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll be real. The more that I am learning about orcas and what they do and how other whales try to stop what they're doing, I'm like, oh man, they went down the water path when we went down the evolutionary path.
Yeah, yeah.
They are 100% us because we're fucking pieces of shit like them.
I'm glad we don't have to contend with them on land. They sound like assholes.
Oh my God. I know.
Like as bad as a bear can be, a blue whale sounds like 100 times worse.
I mean. It's wild. It was wild to see three orcas just roll in this fucking blue whale.
You saw footage of this?
Yes, yes, yeah. That's yeah,
Oh God.
yeah.
I don't need to see that, man.
I know. I know. I've shown you guys a couple where they blow up a fucking what are they called? Sunfish.
A sunfish. Yeah, you showed me that. That was more violent than I expected.
Super violent. I saw another one where they did the same, but it didn't explode the fish. It just they like headbutted it. Um.
I assume if you explode the fish, you waste a lot of meat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You probably just want to knock it out so you can get some good chomps
I
in.
I think it was testing it because I don't I would imagine you have to learn how fast you actually have to hit that motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta rough house to know your own strength,
Or
right?
or they were just fucking around because they're killer whales and that's what they do.
I wasn't even hungry, just wanted to fuck up a fish.
Oh man, yeah, I've seen that too where they smack the fish Oh man, with their tail. I mean, I've seen them launch dolphins and other fish and things of that nature into
Yeah.
the air, but there I've
I've
seen
seen
them.
them like launch seals and shit, right?
Yes,
They'll
yep,
send them like 50 feet into the air.
yes. There was, I think, a shark maybe. I can't remember what animal it was, but I remember it being pretty decent size, and the orca swam up to it and just smacked it with its tail, and that thing just turned belly up, because it was just knocked unconscious. It was just hit so fucking hard, and the orca had a meal. Um,
And
Ooh.
motherfuckers just get into the pool with them in SeaWorld.
dude, man, I still
Or
think
they
of,
used to before they like started killing them left and right.
oh man, I still think of that video you showed me once where the lady was getting suffocated, thrashed around to where she couldn't
I
breathe.
showed you a
Dude,
video where an
yes,
orca was killing a lady?
yes, yeah,
When?
man. Um,
You just make shit up, dude.
no, it was
You
like
see the craziest shit and attribute it to
2000.
me.
No, it was like 2015, 2016, something like
Oh,
that.
dude, I'm not gonna remember anything from
I
10 years
know.
ago. You could tell me anything. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna have to take your word for it.
it was like of the last uh person that was killed at SeaWorld, I want to say. The lady got into the pool with the orca, everything seemed normal, and then you just see the orca take off with her and just starts going up and out of the water, then into the water, out of the water, just trying to take her down, trying just killing her, just suffocating the shit out of her like she's a play toy. Um, or and you know I think that we should have never had animals that big in such close confined prisons
Yeah.
in the first place. But you know what? Different times, different worlds, whatever. Um, but man, that lady, I remember in the video you could hear her saying, "I don't want to die." Well, the last thing she said was,
Oh.
"Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah." Surprisingly, you showed me that, and not Abe. Normally, Abe's the one that's like, "Hey, check this out," with no context.
Well, I know there was that one orca with like the flopped over like
hmm
big fin on his back. Tilikum, I think. He killed like 3 trainers.
Yeah. Yep.
And every time he killed one, they just sold him to somewhere else.
Oh yeah, man. Like cops, once you beat somebody, you get moved to a different precinct.
Oh yeah, yeah. You quit honorably, and you move one county over,
Yeah.
and you pick up the same fucking job.
Yeah. And priests.
Oh God. Oh
Yikes.
God. Yeah.
It's insane how much horror we let other people get away with. Um, why can't we be more like the blue whales who try to save the seals?
The blue whales are honorable. If there's like a D&D alignment chart, blue whales are lawful good for sure.
hmm
Orcas, I don't know, man. Definitely like agents of chaos.
I was gonna say neutral chaos would be what I would think.
I mean, they're usually nice to us in the wild. Like maybe they fuck with our boats a little bit, but they don't really kill people in the wild, right?
Well, because they recognize us as one of them.
Yeah, game respect game.
Yes, yeah. Yes. I was gonna say I remember hearing that like they've known us for, what we are and like the what we can do or something. But I
They
like,
were probably around when we were like whaling real big for
oh
oil.
man, yeah.
They saw what
Mm-hmm.
we were doing to all like the sperm whales and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
they're like, they probably passed down legend. They're like, don't fuck with them. We've seen what happens when you piss them off.
We don't know why, but there's not that many of them left.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean it could be that. I mean that's that too. Is like they could be intelligent enough to recognize, okay, they're a threat if we do something wrong with them.
dude, whaling was a huge industry.
hmm
Like
Mm-hmm.
before we started like finding underground wells of the fucking black crude, like whaling was massive, like a bigger
Yep.
industry than like timber and shit.
Yeah.
colossal. So I honestly would not be. I probably would not put it past them for whales to have like a culture that saw that shit happen and just have them like evolve to be like friends to humans instead of mortal enemies.
Man, I that makes me want to kind of look up whaling now because I wonder how that affected the ecosystems to removing that much.
Oh yeah, man,
That
it would
definitely
kill so
did,
many
you know.
whales. And if you want a really good story, man, look up the real Moby Dick.
Hmm.
That story actually happened, and there was a lot of fucking cannibalism, dude.
Was this?
Them motherfuckers ate the shit out of each other to survive.
I thought it was based off of a short story, not the book itself. But I mean, like I thought the book was an exaggeration of the short story or something like that.
It's definitely a different tale from what actually happened.
Hmm.
But what actually happened was like they were out whaling in the middle of nowhere. A whale turned around, fucking ran into the boat. It sank. Most people made it to life rafts. I think there were 3 life rafts with 5 dudes each. They split up the supplies evenly, and almost everybody got eaten.
Oh wow!
Like, like 4 dudes survived.
Is that how the basically the start of before the book basically? Because isn't he
No,
go chasing after that whale?
no, no, no. The in the movie, it's like the whole thing, and then it ends with like it's not even a movie; it's a book too.
Hmm.
It ends with like the boat getting rammed and everybody drowning, and one guy survives. Then he tells the tale of how it happened.
I see.
But in real life, like everybody survived and got into a boat, and then they slowly consumed each other over months, waiting to be rescued. And they did crazy shit where like people weren't even dead,
Oh
but they
man.
were so hungry they like drew straws to see who was gonna get eaten.
Oh man.
It's a hell of a tale, man.
That's rough. Cannibalism is so rough.
Yeah, one of the guys that survived, fucking, they landed on a totally barren island, and he was like, "Just leave me here."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll just stay here." And
Oh,
he actually got rescued. Everybody else just kept eating each other.
Do you think you could eat somebody in a situation like that?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
dead,
problem
alive.
is, I'm kind of a bigger boy. I worry people would want to eat me. There's a
That,
lot of good meat on these bones.
I mean, that's where you gotta be like, no, it's no muscle, it's all fat. You don't want, you
yeah,
want,
you
Oh,
want
when you're
some
that
muscle, right?
hungry, you want the fat.
Yeah.
that's true.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the first thing you want to do is you gotta go after the vegan. You know,
Oh, yeah.
primary diet animals are usually the tastiest and healthiest to eat anyway. So,
They're gonna taste better for sure. Yeah.
hmm hmm
Man, the key is just kill everybody and then just eat as you go.
No, you don't want to do that. You want the meat fresh. You know, you're gonna need to eat for weeks at a time.
But
You
once
want to stagger your supply.
you gotta understand, but once cannibalism happens, everybody's a cannibal. It's you are the food. You're going to die. Um, type of situation, in my opinion. Because
No, no, I don't know about that.
at some point, if you're the last person, you're gonna die from starvation or get rescued. But
Look, you're hoping you get rescued before you have to consume everyone. You're just buying time.
yeah.
yeah, that's true. You
It's not a way of life, dude. You don't try human meat for the first time and you're like,
the,
"Ah, it's too good. There's no going back. Guess I'm doing this forever."
I can see Tom being trapped into the elevator for like an hour with a couple of people. He's like, "Well, are we gonna do this or what? Who's going first?"
yeah, yeah.
The
I,
crazy look in your eyes, yeah.
I'm more into the thought of if we're going to cannibalize, why don't we draw straws to see who's the person that's get ate up. Um, and I mean, if you're in the boat, you can't really do it. But in a let's say like a crash plane situation, and you're not camping, but you're out in the wild, you're able to create fire. Um, the person who gets a small straw cuts off a piece like to their knee, and then you should have food for at least a week. And that person that loses their leg, cauterize the wound and hope he doesn't die from the the pain and the infection.
Yeah,
And then
I mean
and then
that's
if he does
pretty
die,
major procedure.
yeah, but then if he does die, who cares? You're gonna eat him anyways.
I mean that's just a happy accident, right?
Exactly. We didn't have to
Oh
kill him.
no, Bill died.
Yeah.
I guess we have to eat 100 pounds of meat between us. Oh, it's so tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish we didn't have to do this. Does anybody have salt?
Is anybody everybody just needs a card, Stoba, and unlimited funds, and then the money just flows. All the money
That's
that you
yep.
earn flows into.
Work toward that black card, man. That's the dream.
All right, it is 55 mark. We'll start closing out. Um,
Man, shit got weird.
it did get weird. We didn't talk about any of this stuff, which is cool. I think it's funny when that happens.
Yeah, you gotta go where the direction
Oh
takes
yeah,
you.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. But I legit like the idea of card. I mean, it's my idea, so of course I'm gonna like it. But man,
Man, I have a lot of ideas I don't like. Basically
Yeah.
anything I talk about on this podcast.